everyone, Coach Jen. I wanted to come to you with my week 2 freezer meals. So if you've been watching my videos on freezer meals, you know that I am going back to school in a couple of weeks, and everything, like many of you, everything's going to be starting. Soccer starts this week actually, CCD is going to be starting, karate is going to be back on regular schedule. So needless to say, we are going to be busy. So in order to avoid, not have anything good to eat for dinner or any healthy options, which will then result in us doing takeout, which, not only is it not the best option for you, but it can get expensive. So, this is an economical way to stay on track and helps you stay on track with your health and fitness goals. It's really worked out great for me in the past, so I'm going to continue to do it. So this week I prepared 8 freezer meals, and I wanted to give you a couple of tips. Some of them I mentioned in my last video, but in case you missed that one. So I recommend that you double bag them with Ziploc freezer bags. That's going to help maintain the freshness. And after my last video, someone suggested keeping the outside ones if you're going to redo this recipe and just rinsing them out. So as long as the interior one didn't leak any kind of, raw chicken juices or anything like that, because that can get a little, a little concerns with salmonella and whatnot. So reuse your bags. That way we're not putting so much plastic out into the garbage, which I like that. Let's think about our world there. But for this one, what I do is I date it. So today is 8/14. I write the name of the recipe right there, and then I write the instructions for what I need to do right here. So this one is salsa verde pork. I tried this out this past week. Super easy. It is 2 ingredients. It is pork and salsa verde. That's another tip for you guys. I look for recipes that are very simple. 4 ingredients max. I am not prepping things that have 25 ingredients. That's going to take me 45 minutes to prep one thing. I just prepped 8 meals in an hour and 30 minutes. I think that's pretty good, and that's, cutting the meat, slicing the meat, cutting the vegetables, measuring everything out, writing the Ziploc bags with the instructions. So for me, that's a good use of my time. So that's a good tip. Look for recipes that have simple instructions. The other tip is if your recipe requires you to add something at the time of cooking, I write that at the top. So buy 1 lemon so that I know when I pull this out of the freezer, I need a lemon in order to make this recipe. So this is crock pot chicken piccata. I have garlic drumsticks. I have more garlic drumsticks. Oh, this one's really big. I have honey Dijon pork, so that's got some green beans and some red potatoes in there. I made southwestern steak, which has some red and yellow peppers and some salsa in there. Sounds yummy. And then I made crock pot chicken and butternut squash, which that sounded really good too. So that was the only one that took me a while because I had to cut up the butternut squash, but it took a little bit of time. But I have 8 meals plus the 6 that I did last week, so I am on my way to having September covered with healthy options in my freezer. What I normally do is on Saturday, I'll go in the freezer, see what I'm going to use for the week, pull it out, and look to see if they need any additional ingredients. I'll add those to my weekly shopping list because I still need to go grocery shopping. And then I'm all set for the week, which is awesome. And some of the things are just staples that you need to add, like chicken broth. I mean, I usually have chicken broth in the house, so that's not a big deal. I love doing these freezer meals because it just makes my life so easy as far as September goes. September, I'm a speech language pathologist in elementary school. September's crazy at home, at school, everywhere. So knowing that I don't have to worry about dinner is great. Most of these things will go in the crock pot. Some go on the grill, some go in the skillet. But again, I look for simple recipes that once they are defrosted, either go in the crock pot and I don't have to do a thing, or they might go in my new Instant Pot, which I'm very excited to test out this week. Stay tuned for that. Or something that goes on the grill or in the skillet that's going to take, 20 minutes. So those are sort of my criteria for choosing recipes. So when this video goes live, what I'm going to do is above here, I'm going to post the links to all the recipes that I made today. That way you have them. And if you want the ones that I did last week, just look in my photos or my video section here, and you'll be able to find the video from last week that has the recipes then also. And don't forget, if you are not in my healthy recipe group, I'm sharing all of this in there as well. please let me know and you can join that as well. That way you get access to tons of healthy recipes which will help you. So that's it. If you have any questions about how to make freezer meals or how I did anything or my procedure or the recipes or anything at all, just comment below this video and I'll be happy to get back to you. And that's it. I hope you have a fabulous Monday and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.